Following President Muhammadu Buhari's commitments to ensuring quick completion of nationwide infrastructure, as underscored in the President's New Year address to Nigerians, the Federal Ministry of Works and Housing, in line with its mandate, began its plan for pre-rainy season work in order to ensure that commuters have a better travel experience during this year's rainy season. Pursuant to this objective, and without any inkling of what would unfold a few months into the year, the Honorable Minister of Works and Housing, Mr. Babatunde Fashola, SAN, as part of a regular nationwide inspection, embarked on a series of trips to assess the progress of ongoing road infrastructure projects across the country, from highways that interconnect states to tarred roads in the most remote parts of the country that reconnect previously disconnected communities to economic hubs. The Honorable Minister, his colleague Minister of State Engineer Abubakar D. Aliyu, and their team spent the first quarter of 2020 meeting with contractors, engineers, artisans, and community stakeholders at various project sites. Let's take you on a road trip across Nigeria, showcasing our projects aimed at creating, rehabilitating, and expanding more roads to progress, as well as ensuring that specific challenged sections of highways were addressed before the rainy season. On the 27th of January 2020, the Honorable Minister commenced his inspection tour with a 2-day visit to Niger State. The aim was to assess 5 ongoing road projects in Niger State which are strategic to Nigeria's National Development Plan. These projects are the dualization of the Suleja-Minna Road, the reconstruction of Bidda-Lakpai-Lambata Road, the construction of Agaye-Kacha-Baro Road, the dualization of Jebba-Mokwa-Bokani Junction Road in Kwara and Niger States, and the rehabilitation of New Busa-Kayama Road, which also connects Niger and Kwara states. Due to its strategic location as home to a major NNPC depot, roads in Niger State are plied daily by heavy-duty trucks and tankers. Thus, during his interactions with the road construction site managers, the Honorable Minister emphasized the need to conduct emergency repairs on the damaged portions of existing roads in order for heavy-duty trucks to be able to navigate.
Now what I want you to do, the part that has potholes that you are going to rebuild, yes, right? Try and make it motorable. Okay. Just like emergency repair, so that the trucks can move before the rain comes while you are doing this good construction. You understand what I'm saying? So you do some patching for trucks to move, vehicles to move while you are doing proper construction.
The Honorable Minister also spoke with tanker operators, cautioning them to avoid oil spillage and other activities that could cause damage on the roads.
The problem is that we have to finish the roads. We start, you can see we start, but it's not finished. We need to asphalt. So if you park your trucks here, how the contractor can finish the job? The road will not last.
You've seen the work being done on the Suleja-Minna Road and also the challenges that we face there, trucks using the shoulders of the road, and even a recently asphalted road that was just asphalted 2 weeks ago, you started seeing diesel and petroleum products being dumped onto the road. That is going to break down the molecular binding capacity of the asphalt, and ultimately, in a matter of weeks, if not months, the road will fail. That's a brand new road. And then the uninformed will say that the road was not well built. It was well built, but petrochemical products and asphalted roads just don't mix. So we want all of the truck users, the owners association, NATO, the drivers association, PTD, to take note and direct all their members to leave our highways. Those who want to operate vehicular fleet have the responsibility to also acquire their own parking areas.
Besides the suggestions and words of caution to contractors and road users, the Honorable Minister also expressed his satisfaction with the job creation component of the road projects in the state.
I am satisfied with the job creation component of the project. So on every roadside, there are hundreds of Nigerians getting work. Those are the economic issues that Mr. President is getting done and paying attention to. This infrastructure employs people. I am satisfied with the procurement part, where aggregate, laterite, cross stones, iron rod, people establishing crushing plants, quarries, asphalt plants. I'm satisfied with all that. That's the economic consequence of this strategic infrastructure intervention. That's the beginning. The end is the road. But in that process, hundreds of thousands, if not millions of people will get employed. So when you see hundreds and thousands of trucks moving laterite, moving cement, moving iron rod, that's the economy already on the move, as the president promised. I'm satisfied with all of that, but I want to see that double.
From Niger State, the Honorable Minister moved down south to commence a 5-day tour of the southeast and south-south of Nigeria. These include inspection of road projects in Edo, Delta, Anambra, Akwa Ibom, and Cross River states. In Edo State, the Honorable Minister visited the site of the Lokoja Benin Highway project, where he interacted with site managers and reiterated government commitments to ensuring that the road is worked on speedily in order to ensure smooth travel experience for road users before the rainy season.
If we are building a road and all the good work that we do means nothing when people are stuck like this during the rainy season, that's what I'm saying. So this must not happen again. So even if it's just one lane, you know, this road used to be one lane each. Now we're making it 2 lanes each, 4. If it's one lane in that bad section, make sure it's motorable. That's all I ask you. Okay?
The Honorable Minister's visit to Edo State also included a brief inspection of the emergency repair of Warri-Sapele-Edo State border in Delta State. From Edo State, the Honorable Minister moved to Delta State to inspect what could arguably be one of Nigeria's biggest infrastructure projects, the Second Niger Bridge. The Second Niger Bridge project is a combination of one main bridge that goes across the River Niger and 3 secondary bridges that link up several towns and communities in Enugu, Anambra, Delta, and Imo states, as well as approach roads, and is expected to galvanize trade and commerce between neighboring states and communities in the southeast, south-south, and beyond.
So every week you are casting how many meters?
Every week 27.5 meters.
Until you complete the 1.6 kilometers.
No, until the pier 240.
Okay.
Until where the incremental launching method is taking place.
Okay. I think the physical structures of progress speak for themselves. I've always said, whether you believe what we say or not, you can't disbelieve what we do. So you can't disbelieve this. This is front and center issue for this government under President Buhari, delivering infrastructure to grow the economy. Until the bridge is finished, hundreds, thousands here on this site will be employed here. Men and machines mean that lubricants are being purchased. I think the total consumption of diesel throughout the life cycle of this project is about 19 million liters of diesel. Julius Berger doesn't make diesel, so it's people who supply and distribute. So that impacts also the petroleum sector of the industry. Cement is multiple thousand tons of cement, reinforcement, iron rods, and so on and so forth down the value chain, so that people should see first the economic impact, the employment, the productivity impact of committing to this kind of project and actually funding it.
Between the 13th and 14th of February 2020, the Honorable Minister and his team visited various highway construction projects in Akwa Ibom and Cross River states. In Akwa Ibom State, he inspected the ongoing work on the 254-kilometer Aba-Ikotekpene Road, a major highway that connects Abia and Akwa Ibom states. This major project will see the dualization of the highway, which used to be a single-lane road.
You must understand that it's a construction site, so we have to manage traffic, and we also have to construct. We also have to ensure that their staff, your brothers and sisters, and my own brothers who are working here too, are not run over by any vehicle. They are safe while they are helping to move.
During his visit, he also spoke about the economic impact of the road to the nation, as it's helping to provide jobs for people within the area, which is part of the president's plan to lift Nigerian citizens out of poverty.
This is the Calabar-Ikom-Ogoja Highway. This is a very, very busy and important economic route for Cross River and by extension Nigeria. This is where a lot of granite, limestone and building materials come from to service almost the entire south and many other parts of the country.